Hello students, hello everyone, and welcome to my channel, The Audio Visual Zine. My name's Aidan O'Rourke. This is a new version of a video from 2019 with extra airport scenes from 2020. It's now in my AVZ channel format with text on screen, bilingual subtitles, and for my students there's a PDF file with the script, vocab and follow-up exercises. There are two versions, one in English, one in German. This is the English version. And do you know what this strange looking thing is called in English? Watch and find out. We see some chilling scenes of the airport during lockdown, and we look back at some of the airlines and aircraft that are sadly no longer in our skies. So let's go now to the starting point. We're going to cycle around Manchester Airport and our mode of transport will be an electric bike. Our starting point is 1 mile or 1.6 kilometres east of the airport. On the way we'll stop at places where you can view, photograph or video the aircraft. Now we are standing directly under the approach to runway 23 right, 05 left. These houses were demolished due to safety regulations. This is what the scene looks like today. The name Shadow Moss Road reminds me of the Shadow Moss plane crash of 1957, Manchester's forgotten air disaster. Today, there are about 500 aircraft movements every day at Manchester Airport. Safety standards are very high. Aircraft land from the northeast and take off towards the southwest. When the wind blows from the east, they take off towards the northeast. The Airport Hotel is a pub, and there's a garden where you can watch planes taking off. Here's my photo of an Aer Lingus A320, which I took in 2007. With the iPhone, we can photograph and video the planes through the fence. This is what the scene looked like almost a year later, on Sunday, the 2nd of May, 2020. No passengers. Planes parked. A silent airport. Now back to May 2019. At Terminal 3, please note there's a charge for using the drop-off area. And now again, 12 months later, Terminal 3 was closed. There was an eerie silence. Back to 2019. This block dates from 1962 when a new terminal was built. The air traffic controllers moved to a new tower in 2013. I visited the airport as a child. The beautiful viewing terraces were closed in the 1970s. After university, I worked at Manchester Airport at the information desk. It was an exciting job. Over the years, the terminal has been extended. The architecture of the Radisson Blu Hotel fits well into an airport. The business class lounge has a great view over the apron. Behind the hedge is a Boeing 787 Dreamliner of Ethiopian Airlines. This is the station, which is used by trains, trams and buses. In the Skylink, there are moving walkways that are not always working. Parking is quite expensive at Manchester Airport, The best way to get there is by public transport or use the free drop-off area. Terminal 2 is being extended. Completion is planned for 2020. When I worked here, there were only empty fields here. And right next to the airport, there's an old half-timbered house. On the way to the cargo centre, I saw this handmade road sign. Slow, slippy bend. Slippery is slippy in the Manchester dialect. We are at the World Freight Terminal. This is the new control tower. The romper is very popular among airport staff. The airport was named after the neighbouring village of Ringway. It's strange that the ancient name Ringway sounds like the modern word runway. At Runway Viewing Park you can watch the planes. Admission is free for cyclists and pedestrians. The biggest attraction here is Concorde. You can book a Concorde tour on the website. Here's my photo of Concorde on the 22nd of October 2003 after her final flight. On Sundays, families come here. Over the PA there's even a running commentary. We now continue along the A538 and pass a brand new petrol station. My first car was a Triumph Spitfire, and I once ran out of petrol at exactly this point. We are between the two tunnels. The new tunnel runs under the second runway, 23 left, 05 right. At this roundabout, we turn left. 20 years ago, environmental activists protested in the trees and under the ground against the construction of the second runway. At that time, this road, Altrincham Road, closed. We can continue through the National Trust's style property. The airport is just beyond the trees. We're cycling along the gravel path by the southern perimeter of the airport. Here we can stop and watch the planes from a small hill. Here are some archive photos. The BMI A330. BMI ceased operations in 2019. Here's an American Airlines Boeing 767 in the old livery. And this is the new livery. Thomas Cook Airlines went into administration in September 2019. And taxiing majestically to the runway, the Queen of the Skies. Virgin Atlantic retired the last Boeing 747s from its fleet in May 2020. The Emirates Airbus A380 is a major attraction. This area is not officially approved as a viewing area by the National Trust. Here, Altrincham Road continues east. On both sides there are houses and farms. And here at sunset we find a field with horses. The airport lies directly behind it. The battery still has some power, so let's continue. Here on the left we see the mock-up aircraft of the airport fire services. At the end of this road we turn left into Stile Road and soon we're back at our starting point. We've covered a distance of 7.5 miles or 12 kilometres. This video was recorded and edited on the iPhone. I also used a Panasonic TZ70. Finally, a sunset over the A555, which I captured a few weeks ago. Unfortunately, my electric bike became unserviceable and I had to retire it. But I have a new bike now. It's the Brompton B75 and it's fantastic. So what effect is the corona crisis going to have on the airline industry? That's difficult to say. So anyway, many thanks for watching, listening and reading, and I'll see you again soon.